Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. What were their first impressions of you when they first met you, or when you first came into their awareness? Let's find out. Interesting, huh? And so I've made 3 readings here: the crystal, the flower, and the shell, and I've made a deeper dive for each of them as well. So if you find that it is your story, or could be your story, then I'm going to go into, in that deeper dive, some guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. If there's a change that you need to make, or something to deal with, something to heal or let go of. Guidance for you in this relationship as well, what you need to know about yourself, what you need to know about them, possible dynamics, how to make it work really well, and also how this might all play out, along with some timelines for that. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of these readings, you'll see a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below, where you will also find your timestamps to fast forward to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? This is a citrine wand. Do you want the crystal? Would you like the flower? Or the shell? Trust your intuition. You might want to watch more than one this time. There seems to be connections within some of them this time around anyway. And once you made a choice, find that fast forward link down in the comments or in the description box below, and you can go to the reading. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave me a comment as well as you're watching these as well. Would love to hear how it's resonating with you. Thank you to all my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. It's very much appreciated, each and every one of you. And if you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button down there, along with that notification bell. I do 3 of these pick a card reads a week. I go live 3 times a week in Psychic Cafe, which I give mini reads in. Would love to see you in there. And I also do a daily energy update for the collective as well. So get your energy in on this channel so that I start reading for you too, by clicking that subscribe button. Enjoy your reading. I'll see you in there. So if you chose the crystal, then this one's for you. Let's find out, what was their first impression of you, your person? Now, as always, crystals, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. So if you find that this is your story, or could be a story, you might want to get that. And in that, I'm going to go into more guidance for you. So guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Maybe you're manifesting something with this person, or maybe there's, I don't know, just something you're dealing with at the moment. And also guidance for you in this relationship as well. What you need to know about them, what you need to know about yourself, dynamics, how to make it work really well, and also how this might work out too, along with possible timelines. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, you'll find a link for that in the description box below, in the comments below, and also one up there as well at the end, toward the end of this reading. So let's get you some cards out. What was their first impression of you? What was their first impression of crystals? Transcendence. Right, so kind of impressed by you and what you've been through in your life. They might have noticed that you've been through some stuff, and they're really impressed in who you've become from your lessons. So a little bit wowed by you here, crystals, of what you've been through, and just how far you've come. So they might have been wowed by your success, or it could just be like a wisdom kind of thing, like, wow, very impressive. Focus and catalyst. So very focused on you. You got their full attention when they first met you. Very focused. Seen in black and white as well. Look at these cards, both black and white there. Very focused on you, and you are a catalyst for them as well. You sparked something inside of them that made them want to change themselves, maybe want to improve themselves. It could be that, they see, wow, you transcended all these things and you've really made something of yourself and become someone. They're loving the way that you've applied your lessons in your life, kind of thing. And they're inspired to do the same thing for themselves. Very focused on you. You captured their full attention. And black and white. Seeing it in black and white. Almost like you have the key for them to maybe a question that they had in their mind about their own life. Like, how can I change this in my life? You show up and they're like, wow, they've done it, You might have taken their breath away because of that, and not in a looks kind of way. Well, we don't know that yet. You might have done that too, but in an energetic way. you really stop them in the tracks, is what I'm feeling here. And they're all wowed by you. Let's get some tarot cards out. The Star. Saw you as a complete star, so they were all wowed by you. You're shining brightly. You're a star. Maybe almost an energy of fame around you as well. You might be famous, or you might be on your way to fame as well. But that kind of wow, kind of sparkle factor, they're just, yeah, in awe of you. And the spiritual lessons, that this is the transcendence again. It's like what you've been through, the wisdom that you've gained and all of that. Really impressed by you. What else? What else? What were their first impressions? Six of Cups, like you knew each other from a past life, so feeling very, very strong connection with you. Almost like you could have been childhood friends. Let's get one more out. An instant recognition, and you sparked something in their heart too. That's the soulmate twin flame card. So it could have been like soulmate at first sight kind of thing. Yeah, and you spark something in their heart here. A new love journey for them. Pigs might fly kind of thing. I had no idea someone like you even existed kind of a feeling, crystals. They might have been disappointed by people in the past and about what was available to them. Then they see you and you're like, you may everything. You've got everything here. Why? Star quality, immediate connection with you. You spark something in the heart here. Tell us about this star energy, or maybe just some more energy of what their first impressions of you were. Instant recognition here. It's like they just tuned into your energy straight away. Three of Materials, wanting to build with you. Wanting to build something with you. Knowing that you're an important part of their life. That you're important to them, and wanting to plan with you and build something with you. Just needing to be a part of your life. Thinking maybe, a relationship together. Maybe working together too. You fire them up in some kind of a way. What else? Could be connected with the Hierophant here. Yes, you're firing something up in them. Knight of Inspiration, sparking the passion, their lust as well. But lust for life too. It's not just, sexuality kind of a lust. Although that's in there too with this Knight of Inspiration. But firing them up again. Getting excited about life again. Wow. This is extremely positive. Crystals. What else? Strength. Seeing you as very strong as well. Very strong person. Seeing your strength, seeing how strong you are, how resilient you are. Definitely see that you've been through stuff and that you've become who you are because of it. A better person because of it, kind of thing. An incredible person because of it. What else? The first impressions of you. Tower. This is twofold. This is kind of oh God, my life's never going to be the same again kind of an energy. I can't be who I've been before. Crystals is shaking my world up completely. My whole life is about to change. Kind of a tower. It's a shock to meet you. It was a shock to meet you. They probably weren't looking, and it was a surprise. And this could also be that they saw it in you as well, what you've been through, connected with that transcendence, that you've had tower moments in your life and you come through that. Although this is first impression, so they might not know that about you yet. But yeah, life is never going to be the same again for them here. Let's find out more. What else? What are the first impressions? They had to take a deep breath. It really rocked their world. You might not have noticed. They might have been very quiet because they were so in awe and really having to take you in. Yeah, I'm getting that strongly. They might not have spoken to you. They might have just been like, wow. just needing to take a moment for themselves. The land in between, and that instigating that in them, in the life isn't going to be the same again, I need to make changes in my life now. It's almost like you appeared before them and they were like, wow, I better make changes in my life now to get prepared for crystals. What were their first impressions of crystals? That you're empowered, again with the strength card, yes, that you're standing in your power, you're very empowered, and you've got so much clarity too. Very clear, you know who you are, you're happy with yourself, you're very clear. What else? What else? Poised. Get ready, get ready. It's time to get ready. The sea. You know how I was getting with the star card that you either are famous or you have the energy that you're going to be famous. It's that you're ready for a glow up kind of thing. Their first impression of you is that you're about to make it big time. You are in this process of glowing up, poised, ready for amazing things there. What else? Line all these cards up so that I remember to use which ones, the same ones in for the flowers and for the shells. Solitude, a loner. They see you as a bit of a loner here, or just being happy by yourself. Maybe single, independent kind of an energy here, but being alone. Yeah, happy in your solitude. What else? I'm interested to get much more out this time of the different decks for this, because this is really interesting for me as a reader. What else? Put these here. Transforming tragedy. They got that straight away. It's almost like they've got this it's almost like they saw straight away, without information about you, that you've transformed from tragedy. You've been through a lot of shit. You've been through a lot of loss. And loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. And you've received the gifts from those. Exploring unity consciousness. Wow, seeing that. And the light coming from you. Very spiritual energy, which is the Hierophant card as well. And invoking self-realization. You're self-made. You're awake and you're self-made. You've got this spiritual quality to you. They're just wowed by you. They were really wowed by you. Tell us more. First impressions of crystals. Elevation. Just you've got a higher vibe than anyone that they know. And you want it wants them to take themselves to a whole new level there as well. So this elevated energy, you make them really happy. Like suddenly they're feeling this happiness around you and this positive vibe around you. What else? What else was the first impression of you? Spider spirit. You make your dreams into realities, that you've made your dreams come true and you've done it yourself. Again, it's that self-made kind of a vibe that I'm getting now. Let's get more of these out. What were the first impressions of you? Bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. So they see you going through this glow up. They saw that you've created something for yourself and of yourself. Very. They got a lot. First impressions, and probably because of that Six of Cups thing, because there's a soul recognition going on here. So very focused on you, black and white as well, knowing, like just so sure about you. Skunk spirit, knowing your worth, so seeing that you really value yourself and you've got this high self-worth, self-esteem, that kind of thing. The skunk spirit as well is not taking any crap for anybody, kind of thing. What else can we get out of here? What did they notice? Let's get one of these out. I haven't used these for a long time. Fairy cards. All of the cards that I'm using, by the way, in order that I use them, will be in the description box below. Asking for help. Right, here we go. Asking for help. They first impressions of you were that they wanted to help you. That they see this very independent energy of you being single, independent, and solitude, and doing things, and you're glowing up, and you've made something for yourself. But they're seeing you very much alone, and they want to be part of that. They want to plan with you. They want to give support. So they want to be the one that helps you. So they're kind of seeing that you're not asking for help, that you don't need that help from anyone, but they want to offer that help to you. They want to join you in that too. It feels to me like this person needs to get themselves up there to be at your level here, but you seem to be very inspiring to them. They are sure that their first impressions of you are right. They're sure of that. Yeah. Let's get some more out. First impressions of you. So yeah, romantically, new beginning. This is my person. New beginning. They thought, right, this is my person. A new adventure awaits. I want to have this adventure with them. I want this adventure with crystals. They want to embrace you, live your dream. You're embracing things, living your dreams passionately. They want to do that with you. Just they want to join you in this. First impressions of crystals. First impressions of crystals. First impressions of crystals. These two can just come out, the new cards, so they don't shuffle that well at the moment. First impressions of crystals. There we go. We got one. Last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. So they see you've been through changes in your life and you've left the past behind, and you seem to be living in the moment now, and this has been instigated in them too, that they need to leave that past behind now. There's something new is available to them now, and you're inspiring, very inspiring to them. What else? Memories, bringing back memories for them. Maybe memories of who they are, what they want in their lives, that kind of thing. You've inspired memories in them. There's this feeling too that, like, don't I know this person? Don't I know crystals? Feels like they were a childhood friend. They feel like they know you already. So this could be a past life thing. It's like, don't I know this person? Have I met this person before? Do I know them from somewhere? Have I seen them somewhere? Like, they've got the fame, you've got the fame quality there for them. So they're like, have I seen them on TV before? Yeah, that delving into the mind, like, how do I know this person? So they might not be kind of au fait with twin flame, soulmate, past life kind of concepts, your person. They might be, but they might not be, and instead thinking, how do I know this person? I know this person. Their first impressions of you, that you're very self-loving, that you love yourself. They're impressed by that. You're giving yourself all of these things. Like I said, they want to be the one to help you. Where was that? Here. They want to be the one that helps you, but they see that you don't need help from anybody, that you're doing these things for yourself. You're doing the self-loving thing here. Very inspiring. Let's get a message out from their heart to your heart. What did the heart want to say to you then with this first impression? Do something for someone. They want to do something for you. They've got this urge, again, like they want to be the ones to support you. They want to bring something into your life. They want to add to that. You've got their attention, and they want to do something for you. Wow. There you go. That is so positive. Crystals, if that sounds like it is your story or could be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive for some guidance here. Are you with this person, or are they still getting ready for it? Because it very much feels like they need to get ready for this relationship. Anyway, in that, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Guidance for you in this relationship as well. What else do you need to know about them and your dynamic and all of that? How to make it work really well. And also how this might all play out along with timelines. So if you're interested in that, then I'll pop a link for it up there. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch thing. You do need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. And the email might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so be sure to check in there. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and the shell. Click on that crystal on a device where you can look at PDFs. And in that PDF, you will see some information about the reading, a special free gift in there for you, and a picture of a video. Click on the picture of the video, and you can watch it straight away. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. If it rings true for you, and in what ways and which bits in particular rang true for you. And thank you to all my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. It's very much appreciated. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button down there along with that notification bell. I do 3 of these pick a card reads a week. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show, so come along there sometime and get a mini read. And I also do a daily energy update for the collective as well. So I would love to have you as part of the Be Healing family. So if this is where you're leaving me, if you're not coming with me to the deeper dive read, then good luck with all of this. That sounds great. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Flowers, let's find out, what were their first impressions of you when they first met you, or you first came into their awareness? Let's find out. Now, as always, flowers, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. So if you find that it is your story or could be your story, you might want to get that. In that extended reading, the deeper dive, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. There's something you need to heal, let go of, change your mind about, or some action that you need to take to move forward. Also, guidance for you in this relationship as well. What you need to know about yourself, what you need to know about them, possible dynamics, how to make it work really well. And also how this might go down as well. So how might this all play out, along with possible timelines for that. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of the reading, there's going to be a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get some cards out and find out, what were their first impressions of you, flower? Flowers, what did they think of you? How did they feel about you? Willing entanglement. They're like, I want a bit of that. I want a bit of flowers. Willingly getting entangled. They might have recognized that it was a little bit messy. It could have been a little bit messy, but wanting to get involved with you there. So just being all in, not thinking about it too much, just going like, yeah, I want flowers. And they're calling forth the waves, and understanding that it might be that they could be asking for trouble. They could be asking for trouble here, but still wanting to go there. So it could be that you were involved with someone else, or the work with you or something like that. It's going to be a bit of trouble. It's going to be an emotional thing, but still wanting to go there. So there's a strong compulsion to get entangled with you, to get involved with you, despite there being a knowing in them that it's going to cause problems, could be emotional fallout from it, whatever that means. So whatever that means for you in your specific case, whether you're working together, there's some kind of a complication here, but they're like, I don't care, I'm going to go for it anyway. Flowers. What are the first impressions of you? A paradox. You show up right now like they weren't expecting you, and they could have just been single, and now they're in a relationship, and then you show up and they're like, the paradox. It's why now? Or why now kind of an energy. Adventure though, them wanting to have this adventure with you. They want to get involved. There's this compulsion to get involved with you here. Let's get some tarot out. Find out more. What are their first impressions? Flowers person. What were their first impressions of flowers? The world. Think the world of you. Incredible. Worldly wise as well. Know a lot. You know a lot of things. You've been to a lot of places. Really lived. That was the first impression, that you've really lived a life kind of thing. Worldly wise. You know a lot of things. Maybe from a different place as well. First impressions of you, you're a bit closed down as well. Queen of Swords, a lot of boundaries, maybe a bit closed off. And that could have been enticing about you as well. It's like, I want to crack flowers open. Hard to get kind of an energy here. This is the first impression. It doesn't mean that it's true about you, but this is the first impressions of you. A bit closed down, a bit closed off, hard, tough not to crack kind of thing. And then some people like that. They like a challenge. It fires some people up that. But yeah, strong and having boundaries, and could have been the way that you were. Let me know in the comments where you like that. Seeing you as very strong. I was getting strength already with that Queen of Swords. Yeah, the first impressions are you strong. You're strong. I just saw an image of the eyes lighting up. It's like in a kind of a challenging kind of a way. You were challenging to them. They wanted to get involved. The challenges made them want to get involved even more so. First impressions. First impressions are flowers. 3 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. Third party kind of a thing, and a choice needing to be made, and they don't know whether to make that choice, or a third party involved with you. So you're in a relationship and they're like, should I go there? Should I go there? I don't know if I should go there or not. Will flowers go there? They're in a third party. Will they come out of that? Are they happy in that? There's a kind of a very inquisitive, but it's a kind of a trickster, playful kind of a, can I pull them away from the partner kind of thing? Can I win out? There's definitely something about the chase here going on. So let me know in the comments. Were you involved with someone else? I feel like it was you. Maybe they were too. But there's some thrill of the chase going on here, and them actually liking the challenge that was involved, because there's third party involvement here on your side. What else? First impressions, not third impressions. First impressions of flowers. What were the first impressions of flowers? 2 emotions, like wanting to give you the love offer. A strong compulsion to give you a love offer, like huge love offer kind of thing. Like, they're my person. That's the they're my person card. So they felt a lot for you. Maybe a weird compulsion to get entangled, even though it seemed like there were red flags there and there was impediments to it. Strong compulsion, like, they're my person, I want to get involved. You had them in their fields for sure. What else? Happily ever after. You could have the happily ever after together. Just such a knowing here that you're right for each other. Wow. Crystals is really positive too. This is slightly different, but yeah. What else? Flowers. First impressions of flowers. What else? Justice. Justice, the 11 card. It's the kind of the twin flame card sometimes, but yeah, it's like you belong to each other. This is the divine justice. This is my person. This is the one that's right for me. This is the one that I've been waiting for, kind of an energy. What else? First impressions. Flowers. First impressions. The Muse of Emotions. So a lot of love for you. This is the King of Cups. Feeling a lot of love for you. So you really made them feel a lot when you first met. And it didn't matter. Almost doesn't matter to them. It's an enticement to them that you've got something else going on. And they've got something else going on. They don't even care. Like, you're my person. I'm going to pursue this. Tell us more. What else? First impressions. It is what it is. So even though there's impediments here, it is what it is. It doesn't bother them. It doesn't worry them. It didn't worry them, the impediments to this. Like, so we work together, so we're both in relationships. Should be a no-go thing. I don't care. Willingly getting entangled, calling forth the waves. It's like, bring it on. Yeah, there's going to be trouble here, but bring it on. I'm up for it. What else? So there's a resignation here to, well, it is what it is. You know, there is problems here, but I'm going to persist with it and be patient with it. They saw that you were patient as well. So there's a level of trust in you as well, that they can persist with you and you're going to be cool with that. You're going to be patient with this. They've got a definite knowing that you're the person for them, especially with this 2 of emotions here and the 10 of emotions. And then the Justice, in fact, with a lot of the cards here. Because you're everything that they want, the world to them. You're the world to them. So the seeing that you're patient, that, they got the impression that you were patient and this is just right, and so it's going to work out. It's almost that knowing that, well, if they're my person, they're not going to go past me, and so I can pursue this. And it is what it is. I mean, you know, timing. It's about timing. It's about, well, does it make them not my person just because I'm meeting them when I'm not available and they're not available? No, it doesn't mean that. Life isn't easy, and things don't always happen in the way that we think that they should, or that twee way. You know, we're not living in Disney World here. We're living in the real world, and if we're talking about adults getting together here, there's going to be baggage. There's going to be stuff in the way because we're living our lives. You know, we don't just have our lives on hold, not doing anything or anyone. There's exes. There's all kinds of things involved, and it is what it is. But anyway, they're seeing you as a kind of a patient person. As like it not being a problem, let's put it that way. Easygoing as well is what I'm getting here, that there were the first impressions that you were easygoing, and that yes, there might be problems here, but they're still going to go for it anyway. I don't think they feel that you're the problem. Do you know what I mean? Even with this Queen of Swords and the Strength here, it's the stuff around you. It's about the circumstances that are the impediments that calling forth a wave, not that you're a problem. You know what I mean? It's not that. They're not like got some kind of sadistic kind of this person's a mess. I want to get involved with them and fix them. It's not that. It's there's impediments to this, but it is what it is. That's just circumstances around our lives. That's just life, right? They're not seeing a problem with you as an impediment. Anyway. Round and round, same old story. Round and round, they see you as same old story, repeating patterns. It's almost like they could see you, and the first impressions of you is that maybe you keep on getting in the same kind of relationships. You're going round and round in circles instead of coming together with the right person, which is them apparently. And their impressions is that you keep on doing something. Maybe because they see that a relationship that you're in. This could be about relationships. It doesn't have to be though. But they're seeing that you're kind of repeating patterns and it's not working for you. Maybe that's why they see you as being patient, is that they're like, well, Flower's not going on anywhere because they keep on doing that thing, and they're going to keep on doing that thing until I show up, and then it changes. It's a very strange message, that. But it's almost like, I can pursue this because I can see that flowers are in a holding pattern in the life here. They ain't going anywhere. And that's not in a bad way. This could be like, you're going to continue working there, so it's all cool. Yeah? It's not that you're not going anywhere, not in a like you're not going anywhere in life, not in a putting you down way kind at all. It's there's something that you're doing in a persistent pattern that makes them realize, and this could be about relationships. This could be like, well, I've got some time to sort myself out here for Flowers because they're just going to keep on going out with that kind of a person, or keep on being single independent. It could be that. That could be a holding pattern there. But they had this inner knowing that you were going to remain in those same patterns, so they've got a bit of time, is what I'm getting there. What else? Put that up there. What else? With our first impressions of you. fulfillment, that you'll fulfill them. That's that 10 of emotions energy again, saying, we'll be so happy together. They felt it. You'll fulfill each other. You'll fulfill them. They'll fulfill you. But they presume that they'll fulfill you. Can't be sure of that, but yeah, I do want to give it a red hot go is what I'm getting here. They do have that playful energy about them here, and they love that challenge. What else? Welcoming surrender. There's no problem, only destiny being revealed. Again, yes, that was what I was getting, that they felt that you're easygoing. That was the first impression. Easygoing person. Not a problem, not someone that's going to create problems in my life. There's more to come out of these cards, is what I heard. Polishing your heart. So they see you kind of healing your heart and tending to your heart, maybe having come through heartbreaks. Feeling things, healing your heart. There's one more coming out here, apparently. And liberating love. Yeah, again, it's that healing heart thing. Allowing yourself to receive love. So there was something about them, first impressions of you, that you are opening your heart now, that kind of ready for a love like theirs. It was quite an observation of someone to have, that deep observation of someone to have. Willing, again, that willing entanglement, but they're thinking you as being willing too. Able to compromise, easygoing, willing, able, an able kind of a person too. Tell us more. Put that over there. First impressions of flowers. What are the first impressions of you? Surrender. Almost that you're ready to let go. You know those holding patterns, that you're ready to let go. The moth spirit. It's almost like they could see that you were ready to let go of something. So for those of you that are in a relationship, they weren't fazed by that, because they could probably see, that's not going to last. They were kind of ready to let go. And you felt like home to them. You felt like home to them with the wombat spirit there. There's another one of these to come out too. What else? Starfish spirit. Open to infinite possibilities. So they felt all of these possibilities with you, that you're open to possibilities, that you're kind of living a bigger life or open to that. And they are too, and seeing a lot of fulfillment together here. What else? What else were the first impressions of your flowers? Too many. Precious time. A busy person. Seeing you as a busy person. The Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So there's something here that you're busy, and your time is precious, and they see you living fully in the moment, and they know not to bother you. They knew not to bother you right away. Let's put it that way. They knew that you weren't going anywhere. You're in this holding pattern, and that your time is precious. So they're really, they've got a lot of respect for you here in this. You and your time. Well, what did the heart feel for you? Did the heart have a message for you at the time? How was the heart reaching out to you in the first impressions? Turn on your heart light. This is kind of similar to that heart healing and you opening your heart. It's almost like they saw you as like flowers keeps on doing this thing, and I see them in that relationship, but that's not a problem. That's not going to last. And I can see that they're ready though. I can see that the heart's opening and they're ready for a love like this. And it could be that they're recognizing and projecting that onto you because that's where they're at too. Like I said, this is their first impressions of you. It's not necessarily true, but this is how they think of you. And a lot of that can be projection, right? It can be. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. Turn on your heart light. So they're seeing you, they saw you as turning on your heart light and being ready for this, being ready for this big love. And they're definitely up for it. They're up for the challenge, and there's something very enticing about the challenge aspects of this relationship that they're They want to go there. They want to go there, even though it's going to have emotional ramifications and consequences to go there. They still want to do it. Now, I wonder if it's already happened for you, or you're still waiting for this to happen. Let me know in the comments below. Because if this is your story, it sounds like it is your story, it could be your story, you might want to get that deeper dive so I can get some guidance in all of this. Guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Guidance for you in this relationship. What do you need to know about them and yourself, and possible dynamics, and how to make it work really well. And how this might all play out, how it might go down, possible timelines for all of that. So if you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. You need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. That email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. So do check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on the flower. On a device where you can open PDFs, and in that PDF you will see some information about the reading. You will see a special free gift in there as well, and you'll see a picture of a video. Click on the picture of the video and you'll be able to watch that straight away. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment, let me know how this resonated with you, which parts in particular. I'd love to hear that, and I'd love to hear your story. And thank you to all of my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. Very much appreciated. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there. I do 3 of these pick a card reads every week. I go live 3 times a week as well in my Psychic Cafe show, and I do a daily energy update every day of the year for the collective. And so would love to have you as part of this channel, get your energy in these readings. And so thank you so much for watching again. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. Hello, Shell. So if you chose the Shell, then this one is for you. Let's find out, what were their first impressions of you when your person met you, or when they first became aware of you? Let's put it that way. So as always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this, Shell. So that is an extended reading that goes with this. If it sounds like it is your story, it could be a story, you might want to get that, because in that I'm going to go into guidance for you in whatever situation you find yourself in right now. Guidance for you now, also guidance for you in this relationship as well, what you need to know about yourself, what you need to know about them, possible dynamics, how to make it work really well, and also how this might all play out along with possible timelines for that. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, there's going to be a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get to it. What were the first impressions of you? That you're born with a gift, very gifted kind of a person, some kind of a talent, and impressed by you. So this could be someone that works with you and is aware of your gift, or they could kind of be watching you on YouTube, or aware of your work by being a customer, or maybe it's a hobby that you've got and they're like, wow, you're awesome. Born with a gift, some kind of a special gift there. And tending to the future, so tending the future, like long-term kind of possibilities with you, that you're a keeper, you're marriage material, you're one not to try and have a fling with or whatever, you're one to tend to the future. She's almost kind of wearing a wedding dress there, so I feel like your person might be like, keeper. Shell's a keeper. Let's find out more. What were their first impressions of you? Now, please remember that none of this might be true. It was just their first impressions of you. So if anything that I come up with in this reading, you're like, I'm not that at all, don't go clicking that dislike button down there, because this is just the first impressions of you. And people can have all kinds of first impressions of us. I've got a really close friend who says to me, I thought you were a total bitch when I first met you. And it was just because of a misunderstanding. They took something that I thought was true, and so I acted in a certain way because of that belief that I had. And they took it in a completely different way, just because of our different life experiences. So, on the threshold, so the first impression of you was you are about to make it big. And I feel like this is connected with that born with a gift, that talent that you've got, that thing. It's like, wow, Shell is on the threshold of greatness because that talent that they've got, they're a bit wowed by you. curiosity. You've really piqued their interest. They're curious about you. They wanted to know more about you. They were asking people about you, trying to find out about you. Flow as well, going with the flow, easygoing. Find you an easygoing kind of person. Or that was the first impression, that you are easygoing as well. Definite keeper kind of an energy here. They're like, this could be someone that I could get married to. It's a first impression of you. Quite some first impression. Let's find out more. First impressions, 5 of Cups, though, that you were dejected. They might have seen you going through a breakup. You might have been going through a breakup when they first met you, or alone, maybe in sadness kind of thing, and they noticed that about you, a singleness about you, or a heartbreak kind of an energy about you because you were going through a breakup, or just alone. Maybe you've been single for ages and they picked that up in your energy as that you're kind of unhappy about that, and unhappy about being alone, over it maybe. Like I said, this doesn't have to be true. This was just the first impressions of you. Page of Swords, wanting to know more about you, wanting to find out about you. So this is a good thing about this person, is that they're not one to make up stories and go into their imagination. They find out information about you as well. So you pique their interest. They're curious about you. That's what I was getting from the curiosity card. And they've started asking people, do you know shells? What do you know about them? Just being curious like that and not making a big deal of it. But yeah, watching you as well, paying attention to you, wanting to know more, what it is that you like, what is it you like, and what your interests and that kind of thing. They're really interested in you. They found you an interesting person and they wanted to know much more about you. They're interested in why you choose what you choose, especially something about this of being by yourself, or maybe you broke up with someone, or you were going through some kind of a change in your life, and they're really interested that you chose that. They want to know what's behind the decisions that you've made in your life. They're obviously, maybe you live slightly unconventionally, or they haven't met anyone like you, and they're really interested as to what makes you tick, kind of thing. Yeah, what makes you tick? Why have you made the choices that you've made in your life? What choices have you made in your life? They were very intrigued by you. Knight of Swords. Impulsive. The first impression of you is that you're impulsive. So they might have met you in a situation where you weren't being impulsive. They could have met you in an out socializing kind of a situation when you were drinking and being more impulsive. We're all more impulsive, right, when we drink. It could be that. But for some reason, their first impression was that you're an impulsive person. What else? Shells. First impression of shells. Oh, no. The Magician, that you can manifest things, that you're a good manifester. Let's pick all these cards up, sorry. Okay. I'm not going to take those. I'm going to see if they come out again. They were good cards. 9 of Emotions, so that's the wish fulfillment. Ace of Voices, someone that they want like a truthful beginning with, and the Ace of Emotions, someone that can offer something big. I mean, it might be those cards because that kind of an energy has come out, like you're a keeper. Let's see. What else? Shells. First impression of shells. Knight of Voices. So wanting to ask you out, really, is what I'm getting from this. Wanting to make a move on you. That's that same kind of a energy here. But I'm getting a different thing. I'm not getting the impulsive thing from that. I'm getting that was like feeling this strong compulsion to ask you something, to ask you. Now, in the situation that you were in when you first met, they might not have been able to do that, but they had a strong compulsion to do that too. So they're thinking you're an impulsive person. Maybe you made an impulsive move toward them. Maybe you're feeling like kind of the same way toward them, and they thought it was a bit impulsive. Do you know what I mean? It could be that, but they were feeling the same thing, but they held themselves back from it. That's quite an unusual situation. So I wonder what situation. You'll have to let me know in the comments. What situation did you meet in? They could wanting to get in touch. Ace of Materials, let's take those two. So Ace of Materials. Yeah, they wanting to offer you something big. So like you deserve a lot, right? They're seeing you as marriage material and you're deserving a lot. And Three of Inspiration, wanting to start a new journey with you. So it could be that they saw that you were kind of ready to start a new journey in your life, especially with this Five of Cups energy of you, them feeling like you're going through heartbreak, or you're kind of ready, or single and kind of heartbroken because you're single. I'm getting like a readiness to start a new path here. They could see you as kind of being ready for marriage, really. Is what I'm getting from that. Yeah. Ready for a big offer. Like ready and available for a big offer. What else? What else were the first impressions of you? What was that other card that we saw before? Nine of Emotions. Is it that? Whoa. No, it's the marriage card. Yeah. You're a keeper. Again, that energy. You're a keeper. I was picking it up before that their first impression of you is that you're a keeper. You're someone that they could get married to. It's a lot, isn't it? As a first impression. What else? The Call of the Muse. This is about that. You've got some kind of a gift, some kind of a talent, and they notice that up front, and it kind of called out to them, and it kind of makes them feel like you could be their muse, like you inspire them to be greater in themselves, which is why they could see you as marriage material, because if you're making them feel inspired, they want more of that kind of an energy in their life. That's the kind of partner that you want beside you, right? It's going to bring you something into their life. So you're their muse in a good way. And broken open. But there's this challenge here. They want to break you open. That this Five of Cups energy here, like you're dejected or you're heartbroken or you're missing out on things or you're single, and it's like they want to ripe and ready to open kind of thing, like you're a budding flower ready to the guide said be fertilized, like a bee be pollinated. It could be that. Hey, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, first impressions of Shell. Impatience. They saw you as being impatient. The cat almost fell off the bed then. It woke her up. Impatience. Seen as you being impatient. Impulsive impatient, yes. What situation were you in? Because they got that from you for sure, that you're impulsive. They find you a bit exciting because of that. It could have been directly toward them kind of thing. You might have been really upfront with them and approached them, and they're like, whoa, Crystal, Charles are impulsive and impatient. Haven't even got to know me yet, and they're making a proposition to me. It could be that for some of you. It might not be that situation for some of you. What else? What else? Too many. First impressions of Shells. What were their first impressions of you, Shells? She's having to have a wash now to calm herself down after she almost fell off the bed. She caught herself just in time. Oh no! Well, that was an extra bit of a shuffle for that deck. Before I get to that, I forgot to do these decks for flowers. Fated. There's something fated about this. Now, this could be because they were wishing for someone like you. The magician, yes. That could be the magician energy too. Seeing you as a manifester, but also they've manifested you. They've wished for something, and this seems like a fated connection because there could be certain things about you that is that match to what it is that they've asked for. So you're just right for them. You're what they've asked for. That's why they're seeing you as marriage material as well. That's what that magician card is, though. It's not so much about you being a manifester, it's about them manifesting you. They're like, oh my god, Shells is the exact kind of person that I've been asking for, that I've been wishing for. Change and delight. So they're delighted by you, and they're like, changes you've made in your life, or the change that you are to them. You're not their usual type. You're not the usual kind of person that they meet. This could be why they got the magician card out there, because that could be how they know you're a keeper, because they've manifested you. There's something very specific about you. Now, it could be that talent thing. It could be that gift thing. They could be into a certain thing and you're into it and you've got a talent in that, and it's like, well, there's no one else like Shells because of that. Let's find out more. What were the first impressions of you on a deeper kind of a level here? One more. There we go. Greeting wellness. So healthy, balanced. Yeah. That could be what it is. You might have a certain kind of a gift in a certain sport that they're interested in there. It could be that, but or they could be really interested in their health, and you're showing that too, and that's the call of the muse kind of a thing. Your choices in life, it could be about that too. See you making healthy choices in your life, greeting wellness. Could be a yoga instructor or something like that, and they're into that. Might have been joking with their friends, saying, I need to meet a yoga instructor, or I'm going to marry a yoga instructor, and then you show up. Hi, what do you do? I'm a yoga instructor. Receiving elation, you made them feel very happy. And they see you as being happy as well, but it could have been drunkenness for some of you. I was just getting that with this impulsivity, as you're kind of drunk and happy at the time. But happiness, nonetheless. Still happens. Some people get drunk and they're not happy because they're drunk. Just makes you more of what you already are, right? Can make some people even more miserable. Growing beyond guilt. It couldn't have happened any other way. So there's saw this level of acceptance in yourself and not feeling guilty for the way that you are. So there's something about you're very unique in the way that you are. You know that I was picking up that energy of it felt like there's only one of you. There's something kind of different about you, not their usual type. It's not that you're not the usual type, but they don't usually meet people like you. There's a certain way that you are about yourself that most people aren't like that. And they see that as like a guilt-free living, just being yourself. I mean, you might wear different clothes than most people. You might, and you know, not be ashamed of that. You might be working in a different way than usual people, and they're not ashamed of that. You might be very outgoing or very quiet. You know, you're just being yourself, and you're okay with that, and they were impressed by that. It impresses them. What else? What else? Be friendly. Peacefulness. Yeah. Peacefulness. Peacefulness in yourself about you, that they recognize that. And they really like that you're at peace with yourself and kind of chilled out, laid back kind of thing. Delightful. We found you delightful. What else? Singing your own song. Yeah, very unique. Dancing to the beat of your own drum, doing your own thing, singing your own song, doing things your way. They love that about you. You're quite unique to them. They haven't met people like you and they love it. And total spirit, slow and steady, wins the race. Now, this is interesting because they saw you as being impulsive, yet they also, there's something about you, and it could be about your talent thing, is that you've got perseverance, you've got maybe determination that they could see, you've got motivation. Like, if it's a health thing, they know that you will work slow and steady towards something. If you might have a business or a certain talent, if it's in a sport thing, you put practice into that. So there's definitely an element about you that shows you as a winner and that you do persevere with it. They're seeing these two aspects of you, the slow and steady aspect of you and the impulsiveness about you as well. It could be just like the perfect mix for them. It's like, oh, yeah, exactly what I asked for. What was the word I was looking for? There's definitely an element in you of perseverance and of maybe discipline in certain areas in your life that you're showing them. Dear Spirit, but bringing a gentle touch to it as well. It's like you're a lot of different things is in the first impressions here of you. And the mix, the certain mix that you are and that you're truly being yourself here. But bringing a gentle touch, so they see you as friendly and open and loving as well. It's nice, and a really nice energy. Tell us more. The first impressions of shells. Solitude. Being alone. Yeah. Being alone and not being particularly happy about being alone. They saw that about you. Yeah. We already got that. Let's find out more. Powerful. A seductive kind of a power here. You instinctively know what's right for you and have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. This is about that choice thing. They see that you've made choices in your life, and not necessarily that you've always made the right choices, because that would be kind of superhuman, wouldn't it? None of us do that. But they see you've got a power in you to roll with the blows kind of thing and make choices for yourself in the moment. You've got this kind of being cool about your life even though it's not perfect kind of thing. A transformational energy about you here that they're really into. They really like that. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. So they see you being true to yourself and not, that was already grown beyond guilt. You're no apologies, do your own thing kind of a person. They love that. They love that about you. It could be that they want to be more of that in themselves as well. Tell us more. First impressions of shells. First impressions of shells. First impressions of shells. Trust all will be well. Kind of trusting, but again, this is that energy of you're kind of, they saw you as trusting in life and doing your own thing and trusting in yourself and all of that. And what else? Codependency. How interesting. And chemistry. Codependency. This is connected with that Five of Cups energy. They might have seen you as giving up on relationships, maybe because of codependency, or they're imagining it that it's because of codependency. They imagine that people would feed off your energy because they really like your energy. And they think that that maybe is why you're closed down to relationships and that you're alone there. They were wondering whether it's this. Now, this codependency could have been in their experience before in their own lives. And so they're just wondering whether people just kind of feed off your energy and you're willing to give that energy, and now you're not willing to give that energy, and that's why you're alone. chemistry then. Either you approached them and you were kind of a bit full on sexually approaching them at first, or they just had this sexual chemistry with you and it was instant, and they felt it from you as well. So there was this instant recognition that there was an attraction there. They felt it. I think you felt it as well. Are they true? Is it true? Did you? Because you know our first impressions of people can be totally wrong. What about the heart? I can't believe I've got all of these cards for flowers. Be present and dream of the future. So the heart was kind of telling them to be present in the moment and dream of the future. They were in the imagination about you for sure, especially about this marriage. I mean, because you can't have a first impression of someone like that, really. I mean, you can kind of think that someone's right for you and they've got the right key components, but to get married to them, you need to get to know someone first and know whether you're compatible and all of that. So, yeah, they might know themselves better than to just dive headlong into a fantasy like that on meeting. And back to what you love, reevaluate your desires. You've caused them to reevaluate the desires and get back to something that they love here. Could be about that, could be about the health thing, it could be about that talent thing. It could be just that you're unapologetically yourself. I mean, that has come out so much here. A guilt-free, just being yourself. And they're like, wow, I want to be like that too. And that's what's called to their heart. That's what's drawn their heart to you in a way, is they want to be like that too. They want to be unapologetic with themselves too. Which is why the codependency thing could have come out as well with this Five of Cups. And it's like, well, am I just going to be, feeding off Shell's energy like I'm sure other people have done before, because they're getting a lot of energy from you here. So there you go. Very interesting one. If that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive. We'll get some guidance to you. Guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Guidance for you in this relationship as well. What do you need to know about them? What do you need to know about yourself? Possible dynamics, how to make it work really well. And how this might all play out as well, along with possible timelines for that. So if you're interested in that, I'll put a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. You need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. And the email might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. So do check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on that shell on a device where you can look at PDFs. Open that PDF, and in that PDF, you'll see some information about the reading. You'll see a special free gift in there as well. And then you'll see a picture of a video. Click on the picture of the video, and then you can watch it right away. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave me a comment as well. I would love to hear your take on all of this. Are they right about you or not? Did you notice this about them or not? Did you? Were you impulsive or not? I'd like to know. And yeah, thank you to all my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there. I do 3 of these pick a card reads a week. I go live 3 times a week in a Psychic Cafe show where I give mini reads. Come along to that sometime. I'd love to see you in there. And I do a daily energy update for the collective as well. So I'd love to have you part of this community, get your energy in on these readings. And so it starts to be more about me picking up on your energy as well. And so if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly.